Pisces, 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 Pisces. Hello, my dreamy, romantic, creative, supportive 12th zodiac, 12th sign of the zodiac. I decided to do a reading on Pisces today because my good friend is a Pisces and she was feeling a little meh today. So I said, you know what? I need to do a reading for YouTube, so let's make it yours. I mean, not just hers, but this is for all Pisces out there. So, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for the opportunity to be the conduit. I ask that you would just clear my mind, help me to shelf my own things so that I can just be present and able to just best deliver your message straight to my Pisces heart. I bind any negative energy, anything rooted in fear, anything that exalts itself against the truth, I bind. And I loose your supernatural love, joy, and peace to flow through every fiber of my Pisces being. Body, soul, spirit, heart, mind, will, and emotions. Thank you. All right. Pisces. I don't know why my eyes are being drawn to this flower oracle deck. Let's pull you one of these real quick. Okay. Pisces. What messages, what theme is going to emerge from my Pisces? And transformation just flipped over. Rise above any situation and become the best version of you. Sweet pea. Comfort of good company heals old hurts. It's so funny because I think of the Bath and Body Works sweet pea lotion from like the 90s, the late 90s. My friend who's a Pisces, she was like my best friend in high school, and I don't know why I associate like love spell and sweet pea with her, with my memories with her. The comfort of good company heals old hurts. So yeah, if you're a Pisces and you're watching, maybe you have an old, I know it says old hurts, but like good old friends, just like my friend that just came to mind. Like maybe there's someone that's been in your life for a long time who knows your history, knows everything about you, and loves you still. So maybe, you know, the friends that no matter how much time has gone by or how much silence there is between you, you can always just pick up right where you left off. And real quick, like a funny story with my friend from, gosh, I think we've been friends more than 30 years now. But when was this? I want to say like 7 years ago. I used to go to Vegas like once a month by myself because from Portland, Oregon to Vegas, it's like $100 round trip, super cheap. And I would book like a cheap Airbnb, like, or I'd sleep in my car. But I would rent a rental car for $20 a day, the little 2-seater, like smart cars, so that I could do Postmates and Uber Eats. So by day, I would sneak into the fancy pants pools or get like promos for like pool parties and stuff, you know. And then by night, I would work by doing like Uber Eats and Postmates. So I'd pay myself for the trip. Plus, I would make the normal money I would have been making at home had I not gone to Vegas. But I would go to get sunshine because Oregon had really, really, really like rainy, depressing weather during the winter. On one of those trips, I had sneaked into, I think it was a Venetian swimming pool. I was just laying out by the pool and I hear Susanna. And I'm like, what? So it just randomly, actually, I don't think that's how it came about. I think I was on my phone and I saw that she was there at the same, like she had posted and tagged herself. And I was like, I'm here. Like we both were like, what? So we met at the pool. I was laying out by the pool and she came down and she bought us drinks. They were crazy expensive, like $50 a drink or something crazy like that. But it was such a sweet, sweet surprise. And that memory is so special to me. And I hadn't seen her in years, and I haven't seen her since, but we talk all the time. But anyway, that whole story is just to say, like, there's such a sweetness in the comfort of old friends. So if you have anyone who understands you and knows you and loves you, reach out to them. And then we have transform. Rise above any situation and become the best version of you. So if you find yourself going through a challenging time right now in your life, just be comforted and be reminded that you're going to get through it. And yeah, I'll just put this down here. Let's get some tea leaves for my Pisces. I'm going to take that purple one. Okay, so we've got, woo, I love it when romance comes up. I love love. And you are a very romantic sign. We've got FAN. Stands for romance, celebration, party. Okay, so love is in the air. Ooh. Wishbone. Ooh, broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Interesting. Put that over here. Far away from the romance card. We have December. Table. Hard work ahead. Probably with, with this transformation that you're either in the midst of or about to start the process of. Major challenge to overcome. So hard work ahead, big challenges. Ooh, and then we have a throne, position of authority. Wish will not be granted, and then we have the month of December. So let's see if we can make sense of all this. Because love popped out, romance, celebration, party, I want to grab a romance angel card real quick. For my Pisces, clues. I'm hearing 3. We'll get 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so bottom of the deck says chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Okay, we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Okay, this is, wow. Pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, so this is the romance of a lifetime. Chemistry's there. It's time to be honest about your feelings with one another, but do so without ignoring, the challenges that are there that need to be overcome. Just because it's true love or there's chemistry, or if it's like a divine counterpart or like a higher level, like a spiritual connection or something that seems like destined or fate, or, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Soulmate stuff. It doesn't mean it comes without challenges. Oftentimes it means it comes with more challenges than people who just choose an NPC or live in denial or whatever, choose the easy route. I feel like the higher level romantic connections are more challenging because it forces you to see things within yourself that you don't want to see and don't want to change about yourself. So you become each other's mirrors. So of course, naturally, there are going to be challenges. All right. This is really cool, though. I just want to do a love reading now. Let me just pull a few more love cards. We'll do one of these little guys. It's this little cheesy soulmate deck. Let's see, Pisces. It says, this is a favorable time for matters of the heart. It is, and I don't understand astrology or like planetary stuff, but I was listening to something this morning that said where Venus is and Pluto, or I don't know, there's something with where the planets are right now for everybody, like love and romance, like this is it. Like this is like the pinnacle of it, like the first time in like 12 years. I don't know. This is a favorable time for matters of the heart. A time of inspiration and healing. A relationship blossoms. Ooh. Your heartfelt aspirations now manifest lovingly into reality. Okay, this is an awesome message to receive. Because how often are we like hopeful for love and it's never right there, like physically in the 3D in front of you? You know what I mean? So your heartfelt aspirations now manifest lovingly into reality. So blossoming love. Love it. Love it. Let's do one of these. No, let's do one of these. My Pisces. Oh, protecting your heart, abundance of love, forgiving easily. Yeah, I think if this is a past relationship with someone, then, obviously if it's someone that you have to sit down and be honest with about your feelings and you've known them before, this isn't a new random love walking in. So yeah, there could be an element of forgiveness that's on the table. But I don't think it's going to be difficult. I think maybe one or both of you, maybe you each are feeling, obviously, because if you're mirror souls, then what you're feeling, they're feeling. So if you're feeling like, I don't know, or maybe they're feeling like you won't forgive them. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Maybe somebody watching, your other person who you're not speaking with at the moment, where you need to have this sit down and like come to Jesus moment with each other's feelings in your heart and what this actually is, the love of a lifetime. Not without obstacles, obviously, but maybe they're feeling like you're not in a receptive mode where you could easily like hear them out. Maybe they feel like you're mad at them or holding whatever the past or however they handle things in the past against them, and you're not. You just want to hear from them. So maybe that's a factor. Kind of feel like it is. All right, let's get one of these cards. That's kind of a sad vibe, isn't it? Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Okay, this just makes me feel like you both could be currently, separately, but collectively, right? Like, you could each be going through your own storm right now. But you can't be together right now. So you're each separately walking your own path, and it's destined to intersect in the future. But right now, your path is rocky, their path is rocky. You're both dealing with and clearing the way, clearing out the debris to move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, to intersect at the perfect time. That's what I think is going on there. All right. And of course, we can't do a love reading without some self-love, right? Because that's the foundation of it all. Pisces. Ooh. I deserve to be happy. My heart is full and free. I deserve to be happy. I want you to say that out loud 3 times. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be happy. I feel like a lot of times in life we punish ourselves, or we, whatever conditioning, or for me, like growing up in like a religious background, there's a lot of shame and fear and like martyrdom. Maybe that's not the right word, but like feeling like it's not okay for you to put your needs ahead of anyone else's, Like that's how I was raised anyways. Like always be the submissive woman, the submissive wife, like I'll just be transparent. Like I had 10 years of hell in a super violent marriage, like shot a gun at me. I'm like 8 months pregnant, bullets are flying over my head. Like that's just one extreme example, but like 10 years of pure fucking hell. And what did I do? Because of my brainwashing, I'd pray over him in his sleep. I put my hand on him and just pray and ask God to heal his heart and turn his heart towards home and family. And like, meanwhile, I'm getting like literally choked out and beat up and shot at. Like I stayed in this super unhealthy, toxic dynamic because I was programmed that my happiness didn't matter. That I needed to stay in my marriage for my kids, which is so crazy ass backwards, because why would anyone in their right mind want to model that kind of behavior to their children, to be raised up in and to think that's normal or how relationships should function? So that's crazy. Like I look back at me, I mean, I have compassion for myself back then, but like now being out of it for so long, it's wild when you think of like how religion, at least for my scenario, religion shaped me to be this prime prey, like this perfect little sacrificial lamb to the fucking sociopath in my life, to stay silent and not speak about the abuse and put up the image of like a happy life, happy family, happy little wife and kids. Oh, you know what I mean? But behind the scenes, it was pure hell. And I really feel like religion played a big part in that, for my story at least. But I digress. So we're just talking about the right to be happy and the right to put your needs first. And that may seem like a simple concept to so many people, but to some of us, it's not simple. That's huge. That's so hard to do. And even still, I'm still only just now learning to put my happiness and my needs first. Even in my current situation in my life right now, like I get judged so hard from my son. I have a 17-year-old son. Well, he's almost 17. He's just like, you need to go back to work, Mom. Like, I'm not working right now. I'm not bartending. I'm not waiting tables. I'm trying to build something here. And I deserve happiness. I deserve more than $2.13 an hour waiting tables or bartending and being treated like shit in a toxic environment for 16 hours a day. I'm not going back to doing that. And I know it's pissing him off, and I can feel the disrespect, the silent like contempt for me, but I don't care. I'm putting my happiness and my needs first. I deserve it. And you deserve it. It doesn't matter who you upset. It doesn't matter whose feathers you ruffle. You know what I mean? Like, just do what makes you happy. And it's not selfish to say that. It's not toxic to say that. What is toxic is allowing yourself to be a doormat or suppressing your true heart, soul's desire and path and journey that needs to unfold in order to keep the peace for other people. Shrinking yourself. Fuck that. Anyway, sorry, that was like a long tangent. Pisces, let's start your reading. Oh, let's grab a couple of my little silly little random little things here. I have cuter charms, but they're in a suitcase with my other cards and stuff. I'll eventually get those back. I flew to the Netherlands and I couldn't afford to bring I had my whole Etsy studio, my lights, and my cards. Like, I have these super cute, tiny, tiny charms that are, they're so cute. And I would sprinkle them on like this little like wheel of like the 12 houses. But all of that's in this suitcase at my friend's house in Arizona. I'm going to go get them as soon as I can buy a plane ticket. It's okay. So let's grab a little handful of these babies. What do we got? These are just random little like things that I don't even know where they've all come from. Okay, so we've got a little fan. And I just immediately heard fan the flames of desire. So, because it's like laying over here by the true love and have these heart-to-heart conversations. Position of authority makes me think, yeah, you have a right to be happy. And you have a right to speak up about how you feel in this connection. We've got a little, I think it's a little orange slice, like a little mandarin slice, and we have an orange. So that could mean something to someone. To me, I just think of sweetness. And I'm also thinking of religion. I remember using this analogy to explain to my kids the Trinity. I remember I took an orange one time and I'm like, this is like, okay, kids, like God, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus. And I explained the three parts of an orange. Like, you have the whole, and then you peel it. You've got the inside pieces, right? The meaty part, and then you have the orange juice too. And so that was like an analogy I used back in the day when they were little kids about understanding the Trinity. So maybe that means something to somebody. That came to mind. Random, I know. We have Dorothy's shoes. I want to go home. I want to go home. This really reminds me of authority, though, because Dorothy didn't even realize it. But she was walking a path with, the Scarecrow and the Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion. She was actually walking this whole journey into her, like, she carried authority. She was walking in authority with these slippers. She didn't even know it. So maybe someone watching doesn't even realize the power they wield, that they hold. Like, you are walking in sheer magic and authority just by being who you are. Your identity is you have a position of power in the spiritual realm, which means you have a position of power in the earthly realm. And you're protected. To me, when I see this, it's just a cheap little charm that came with like a bracelet thing. But this makes me think of like protection stones, black onyx, tourmaline, things like that. So I think you are heavily, heavily protected and your steps are guided. So when you feel like you may feel lost or it doesn't make sense, imagine Dorothy on her yellow brick road, all the little misadventures, all the questions. She had no clue really what was in store for her and who she was. And when you think of who Dorothy was, like she was the prophesied one, right? Like she was the one who came to extinguish evil. And I just totally forgot the word I was going to use. Basically, like re-anchor goodness into that realm, you know? End that reign of evil. I know Wicked is popular right now, and it's a totally different twist on that whole story. I'm talking about like traditionally Wizard of Oz. And we have a little donut. It's a little unicorn donut. It's all glittery and sweet. I don't know. We'll see as we do your reading. And then we have this little charm that says "Love People," and that was actually from a Joyce Meyer conference. My daughter bought a necklace, and it said, well, it said "Love People," but I always raised my kids telling them like, "Love God, love people." It's that easy, you know. And now my new thing is just love. Be love. You are love, so express it. Love's your identity. And I feel like that can't be said enough because so many people feel like love is something that needs to be gained or lost or given or metered or divvied out, you know? And I have the world's tiniest tarot deck here, and I don't know. They're in Italian. I don't know what they are, but I'm trying to figure it out from the pictures. This one's clearly the Tower. I think this is the Empress. I don't know who that is. But we're just... she looks like a queen. Yeah, I think it's like an Empress. We'll go with Empress. We've got like a Tower and the Empress here. So... major obstacles to overcome. That would like literally be the Tower. And then we have the Table, hard work ahead. So it doesn't mean major obstacles doesn't mean like game over. Wishes not being granted doesn't mean, oh, throw in the towel, that's it, my life is over. No, it just means you pivot, right? You can always find sweetness. Like if you were to take a bite of the peel of this orange, you would be like, ugh, this is so bitter and nasty. No, sometimes you have to peel, you got to work, you got to put in the work to get to the sweetness. Especially when if you've ever juiced oranges. I worked at a restaurant in Europe. That sounds so weird to say, in the Netherlands, and I fucking hated it every time somebody ordered orange juice because I was already slammed with like 500 cappuccinos I had to make, and then I had to take like 20 minutes to squeeze enough juice to fill up the orange juice glass for 2 people. Like, it just would always slow me down. My point being, sometimes you have to work for the sweet things in life, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes the sweet things just magically appear and drop into your lap like a little gift. All right, but bottom line is you deserve to be happy. So step into your power and your authority. Know that you're protected. It's okay to fan the flames of love, desire. It's okay to enjoy and indulge in the sweet treats, especially the rare ones. Especially when you know you've come across a person that you never thought existed. You never thought in a million years you'd ever meet or find. And those usually that happens at the most unexpected, inopportune times. And then we have the Empress. So this just speaks about being, I'm putting her over here by the red ruby slippers, because that just speaks about your power and authority as a divine feminine, as the ultimate creator, especially you, Pisces. You're super, super creative. So your creativity is your power. Your authority and your authenticity of who you are, that is your power. Knowing who you are, knowing what you're here for, knowing you're protected, knowing you can hold your head high, go after what it is you love, and not worry about who gets bothered by you just shining bright, by you being you. But there's definitely a transformation, obstacles to be overcome. What are we, 24, it said 2:44 on the clock. 24 minutes in, and I haven't even started. I feel like I just got this deck. I just prepared it. I have never used it. So we're going to, when I say prepare it, I have to take, when I get a new deck, I have to like crinkle them up and bend them up. Otherwise they don't. They gotta stick together. All right. Pisces. Oh, great. Hedgehogs. What the F are hedgehogs? Normally the decks say cups, swords, wands. I gotta get the little book out. Hold on. Alice in Wonderland. Let's see what the hedgehogs are. Obviously the cups are cups. Okay, we've got spears, flowers. No, sorry, wrong. Flowers, hedgehogs, spears, and teacups. Spears are probably swords. Teacups are cups. Hearts, cups. I apologize. Just fast forward past this part because I didn't read. I don't ever read the books. I just look at the cards and look at the imagery. Flowers are wands. And hedgehogs are pentacles. Okay. All right, so I was about to ask about the past. So we have 2 pentacles in reverse in your past position. What can you show me on the horizon for my Pisces? The Fool. Yes. We'll step into that in just a moment. Show me the road. Okay, I'm hearing shuffle. We're going to shuffle again. Ooh, we have Queen of Cups on the shuffle. A warm heart full of compassion, love, kindness, peace, patience, long-suffering, all the fruits of the Spirit. Okay, show me the road for Pisces. Okay. Both of these are in reverse. 5 of Wands in reverse and the 7 of Wands in reverse. Okay, what about the mountain, the obstacle? Whoa, you see that? 4 of Wands in reverse. This is your mountain your challenge to overcome. Show me the sunrise. Pisces sunrise. Ooh. Knight of Pentacles. On the bottom of the deck, Pisces, we have a King of Wands in reverse. This is masculine energy who's very... Typically when they were operating like right side up, they're very magnetic and charming and people are drawn to them and they're just, just usually hot, passionate, like just, yeah. But upside down, this is someone who's in their player energy, kind of a liar, cheater. Yeah. Somebody who's corrupt, materialistic, unstable, cold, materialistic, materialistic. This could be a Virgo because we have the Hermit behind. Or it could represent soul searching, but I don't think this person's doing soul searching because their energy is coming out upside down. I think somebody watching is dealing with a Virgo. I don't know. I just think there's something on the bottom of the deck in regards to a King of Wands, masculine energy, somebody who's portraying like really just icky vibes of like being extra in control and kind of sneaky and just shifty and super vain. It's just think Gaston, I guess. It's like the best way for me to think of it. They could be frustrated about something. They could be real quiet right now. I don't know. All right, that's the bottom of the deck. But let's go ahead and move towards the past here. So we have the Two of Pentacles in the past. It's being highlighted. The past could be your very recent past, like as in like 10 minutes ago, or it could be like a couple days ago, or it could be like your childhood. It could be anything in your past. So whatever comes to your mind first, go with that. There was some kind of imbalance in the past, and we're going to find out what that imbalance was. What do you want to tell me about the past for the Pisces watching? Imbalance. Somebody was carrying all the burdens. It was all on you. Chariot in reverse. Yeah. This is the opposite of teamwork. This is one-sided romantic partnerships. This is like unrequited love, totally one-sided. Like, I just get the vibe of someone not pulling their weight in a partnership. This is like taking action though. Hang on. Okay, now. So in the past, there was literally no collaboration, no teamwork. You may have been completely on your own, carrying all the burdens of something in the past, but now they want to take action. This person wants to take action now because this is teamwork. I had to look it up real quick. Compromise, teamwork, solutions, and taking action, forward action. So now they want to work together on coming up with some kind of teamwork solution, when in the past you were the one that carried the burden of everything. That's what's showing up. Ten of Wands, this is like a heavy, long, burdensome journey. Nine of Wands, going it alone. You literally, everything was out of balance in your life in regards to a partnership, because the King of Wands in reverse was highlighted, right, at the beginning of this reading. So we're talking about some kind of partnership, and you were being left with carrying all the weight, all the provisions. That's what camels do. They store up the water for a long journey in the desert. You were like in this desert of your life, unsupported for so fucking long. This literally means, you can look it up yourself, Nine of Wands in reverse, going it alone. Going what alone? On a long journey full of like, these are all heavy sticks and a bundle of like wands. Typically it like shows somebody like bent over, hunched over, carrying the weight of these 10 wands to like the end. So this is the end, 10 being completion. You're nearing the end of this. So this is, again, in the past position, imbalance in you carrying the burden, the load, the heavy load of something in the past. And somebody, this confirms it on the bottom of the deck. Lack of teamwork, lack of collaboration, one-sided love. And then all of a sudden, oh, let's work together on moving forward, shall we? Let's move forward successfully. Let's be teammates now. Fuck that. Bro, you were never my teammate. You were never my teammate. Maybe, listen to me, I feel so like angry for you. But behind this is what's being highlighted to me is forgiveness. So, I don't know. Take it as it resonates. I'm getting worked up. Woo! But yeah, maybe that's the challenge here, the mountain. Major challenges to overcome, and maybe it is good to have a heart of forgiveness so that you guys can work together to overcome these challenges. It's going to be hard work because there's a tower here. The tower is coming down. This house of cards is crumbling down, and maybe it is going to take the two of you working together to mitigate damage, and to do things, work together to deconstruct it so that you can move forward successfully. Because this is forward movement, successful action, like success. Just pisses me off that someone can be so unsupportive your whole life, and then all of a sudden, when things start going their way and it's pertaining to that person's freedom because it's a tower, so some kind of separation or crumbling, falling apart is happening, and they're like, yay, let me help you, let's work together and let's get this done, because they're like, oh, I'm free, whew, yes, never mind all the years of sacrifice and heavy burdens that you've carried. It's totally been unbalanced the whole time. Crazy. Anyway, I gotta let it go. Look at me, I've got I can just feel it. Maybe this is your energy I'm feeling. Maybe there is this heavy You already know this, and it's like this heavy like burden of unforgiveness, and it is time to let that go and lay it down. There's a song I used to sing to my daughter. Each kid had their own goodnight song that I would sing every night after reading to them, and hers was, I cast all my cares upon you, I lay all of my burdens down at your feet, and anytime I don't know what to do, I will cast all my cares upon you. So maybe this is coming to mind for me right now. Like, I cast all my cares upon you. It doesn't have to be religious. You don't have to lay it down at God's feet, but you don't have to carry it alone anymore. You can lay those burdens down and walk away from them and be like, here, universe, source, creator, whatever's out there, karma, whatever there is that helps, because we aren't alone, right? We're supported in this journey. And it's mysterious, however it works. But you don't have to carry this anymore. That's my point. I lay all my cares at your feet. I lay all of my burdens down at your feet. And anytime I don't know what to do, just drop that shit. It's not your burden anymore, and that's in the past. So coming up, look at that. There's no burden. You have this childlike wonder, this curiosity. It's all about this new, she doesn't even have a clue. It's kind of like, it reminds me of Dorothy on the Yellow Brick Road. Like, you don't have a clue with this authority you have and this Empress energy, like all this creativity and power, and like the Empress has all the attributes of every queen in the deck. Each queen in the deck of tarot has different characteristics. There's the Queen of Cups, who's very like empathic, compassionate, loving, warm, like just loving. And then we have the Queen of Swords, protective, independent. The Queen of Pentacles is grounded and nurturing. And what am I missing? Pentacles, Swords, Cups. Queen of Wands. Oof, she's fucking hot as shit. She's super magnetic and passionate and sexy. The Empress embodies all of that, plus is like a master manifester, divinely intuitive, can create on a whim. You are that. You have such a high position of authority, and you're fucking protected, and you're not afraid of doing the work. Is the juice worth the squeeze? There's another tarot reader I listen to, Minnow Pond Tarot. I love him. He always says that. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth the effort it's going to take to get that sweetness? Yes. In fact, your effort isn't like what most people's effort is. You just look at something and it's done. You're that powerful. But you don't know it. That's the thing. You don't know the power you hold. And Alice has no clue either. Like, she's powerful. She's not entering into Wonderland by happenstance. This is totally divinely guided. The White Rabbit, like, she defeats the Jabberwocky. Like, she just makes everything right? But this is the beginning of a journey. This is the Fool card. This is all about having faith in the unknown. I don't know what's ahead, but I'm going to take that first step, right? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step or something like that. I don't know it exactly, but she's going to do it. She's not worried about whether or not it's going to work out. Do you see that light behind her in the sky? That's like she's protected. She's divinely guided. She's got her little companion with her. She doesn't know what's out there. She's going for it. So that's what's coming for you in the near future. You have this amazing adventure ahead of you, and you are totally equipped with everything to handle whatever comes up. Let's go ahead and clarify that. Show me this beginning for Pisces, this new beginning. Okay, so I'm showing you do have some fear because of your past. Because of this past person. Here he is right here, the Knight of Cups in reverse, the unrequited love, not being supported. So your program is running off of the fear, is running off what you know from the past. And a King of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who's super horrible, cold, aloof, just horrible, zero emotions, just a brick wall of a human being, and sometimes even verbally abusive, sharp with their tongue. They know how to cut, like precision cuts, deep. Like, they don't fuck around. They want to hurt you, they'll hurt you. Just boom. Are you leaving?
No.
Oh, okay. I love you. And then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. These go hand in hand. This is unrequited love. This is the cheating, the deceiving, the one-sided love that we saw over here, where they weren't supporting you in the past, right? The unsupported in all ways. I want to look at more. What else is in here? Ten of Swords. Ultimate pain, like despair, anguish, suffering, mental breakdown, betrayal, failure, enemies, loss. This is what is at the root of your fear of this new beginning ahead of you, because these cards that came out are like, this is the opposite of taking action. So yes, she looks hopeful and excited, but you, underneath it all, you're terrified and unfocused. Hold on. Oh, Queen of Cups in reverse. This is insecure. Like when normally you knew your identity and you knew how powerful you were, you knew that you were like love and warmth and nurturing and kindness and protective. That's been shaken. Your identity has been shaken because of what you've experienced, what you've gone through. And I think this reading is to remind you of your childlike wonder, your strength. Like think of the strength and fortitude that Alice has throughout her entire journey, of Alice in Wonderland. She goes through so much transition. You've got transformation here. It says, rise above any situation to become the best version of you. How many times does she eat or drink something that makes her small, that shrinks her or makes her big? There's all this adjustment, transformation. There's all these challenges. There's all these new characters that she meets along the way. There's overcoming the Jabberwocky and the Queen of Hearts. Like, it's an epic adventure. And you may feel ill-equipped for this new beginning that you're right on the edge of beginning. But you only feel that way because of what you've survived in the past. It's taken a hit. Your self-esteem has taken a hit. You are unfocused, you're uncertain, unsure of your next steps, seem really shaky. Like, ooh, is that stepping stone? Is that going to sink? You're going to take that next step anyway, and it's not going to sink. I'll tell you that much. And this card, this means release the past. Give up control, generosity, and acceptance. So you are being asked, as you embark on this new journey that's ahead of you, to release the past. Fully let all that go. Because if you hang on to that experience, you're just going to repeat that loop of mistrust, of overgiving, of carrying the burdens all by yourself, of not having love that's reciprocal, love that respects you. You haven't been respected. You haven't been honored and cherished. You've been left alone to fend for yourself. All alone. Heavy burdens, all alone. And yeah, because of who you are who you are. You have a forgiving heart. You easily forgive others. But that doesn't mean that you allow it in the future. So release the past, let it go with gratitude in your heart. The bridge between the past and where you're headed is the Four of Wands in reverse. I'm sorry, 5 of Wands in reverse and 7 of Wands in reverse. I'm not used to the Roman numerals. Exhaustion. Both cards mean exhaustion. Holy shit. And they both mean the same thing. How's that possible? Compromise, exhaustion, teamwork, harmony, solutions. And that's perfectly in line with our King of Wands on the bottom of the deck, Mr. Whatever the fuck. Mr. Selfish, who's only willing to compromise and come up with solutions and work together as a team all of a sudden when it means their freedom to go live their life the way they see fit. Whatever, fine. Accept their help. That's the bridge between the past, pain of the past, and this future that's going to unfold magically for you. So there's exhaustion. There's a heavy element of exhaustion. You know what? Why don't we pull some cards? Is this exhaustion or is this teamwork here? What is this? I mean, they both are the exact same card. That's crazy. Lovers in reverse. It's exhaustion. You are just done. You're done trying. You're done giving all of yourself to someone who doesn't match your efforts or give back or meet you halfway. Secrets. Maybe some kind of secrets are going to come to light. shadow. Both of these are reversed. Or maybe you've already discovered things that shocked you. But it doesn't matter anymore. You're just done. So this is exhaustion. You're tired of that. You're tired of carrying the weight of everything. Of maybe you did what I did in my 10 years where I just made it look pretty on the outside. My Facebook was, oh, what a cute little family, la la la. But what nobody knew was facing death almost every night, you know, at the hands of my husband. But I, you know, my part in that was my own denial and upholding that facade of the image of the happy little perfect little family, you know. So crazy the things that we do, but we learn. It's all part of the process of learning and growing. But you're done with that. You're just like, that's too much. I can't do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. I just want freedom. I don't know what's out there, but I'm ready for it. I want to do it. And there's a little, you know, a little fear, but it's only because it's your past that is poking, you know, a finger in the pain of the past. You know, if you have a wound and somebody just jabs it right into the bloody core of it, you're going to flinch and, you know, flare up. But you're being asked to release the past. And your challenge is the Four of Wands in reverse. This is divorce. So normally the Four of Wands represents happy family, marriage, celebration, wedding, but it's in reverse. This is the mountain position. So your challenge is to navigate this divorce. And unfortunately, this card, I was hoping this would come out with, let's work together, let's be a team, let's dissolve our marriages, you know, let's cooperate. But this is not cooperating. This is somebody being selfish. This is one-sided. There is no love here. If it were love, it would have come right side up. There's no love from this person. There never was. They've been selfish the entire time. So why wouldn't they be selfish in the breakdown during the tower moment? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how they behave. You're not going to allow it to break you. You're not going to allow it to change you or shut off your love. Your love is real. Your love is true. You're amazing. This may all culminate by December, and it may go fast. It may go quick. It may seem like it's at a standstill right now, but things may move quickly. I feel like they will. Let me see. What is this December card? Is this divorce right here? Is it going to go fast or is it going to go slow? Exhaustion. Unfortunately, it may be a high conflict divorce. Let's see. Oh my God. Oh my God. As I said, high conflict divorce. This is exhaustion. It's the same card as here, the Seven of, over here, the same cards, where it was like it could be teamwork or it could be fucking exhausting. And it's not your fault that it's exhausting. Someone else is choosing to not play nice, and it's making things more difficult than they need to be. So prepare yourself. Major challenges to overcome. And the Tower card is over here also, and the Tower is here. So hard work ahead. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst, but I mean, the cards don't lie. You've gotten 3 of the exact same cards about exhaustion and big problems and tower moments and a past lover not cooperating with you. So no, I don't think it's going to be quick. Usually these things aren't quick when they're high conflict, but there's something about December. What else? What else about December? The Emperor in reverse. Holy shit. Yeah, this is like super controlling, rigid, my way or the highway, unbending. In fact, hang on, I'll read you the actual definition I have, so you know I'm not making it up. The Emperor in reverse. Excessive control, domination, inflexibility, and rigidity. Pair that with the Tower when we're asking about a divorce, with its painful, shocking change and major exhaustion. This is not somebody who's going to exhibit teamwork here. They're going to look out for their best interests and their best interests alone. And that's what they've done anyway in the past. They've just done it covertly, sneakily. So I would, this whole reading, I don't mean to sound like a doomsdayer, you know, but I mean, this is the card you're saying. But thank God you have this. Like, you're going to be free from all this shit soon enough. It's just going to take a lot of hard work ahead. So prepare yourself mentally, prepare yourself emotionally, and I mean, prepare yourself spiritually, I would say, but I don't think you need to do anything spiritually because you're so heavily protected. Like, this is heavy, this little charm. We're heavily protected. Even the orange, like the thick layer of this orange, is protecting the sweetness. Major challenges to overcome with that tower moment. Sudden loss, tragic loss, pain, sadness, shocking changes. It's crazy, but that's showing up as your challenge, is divorce, tower, exhaustion. Like 3 times the same exhaustion card. Like major, this is going to be, it's going to challenge you. Like mentally exhausting, emotionally, spiritually exhausting. So just be ready for it. And I know you want to see the best in this person, but they're not showing up. At no point are their qualities showing up right side up with any kind of positivity. You know? This is the player energy, cheater, liar, deceiver, one-sided love. This card came up twice. This is abusive with their words. They're cutting deep with the things they say to hurt you the most, to bring about despair. 10 of Swords. This sounds like a terrible reading. I'm so sorry. I just can't like say it enough, because I feel like maybe some of you are naive to this. Like, look at she's just Alice in Wonderland. Like, oh. But regardless of what happens, no matter what happens, I'll say it again. You have divine authority. You are more powerful than you realize. And you will come out the victor, right? Just like Alice did, just like Dorothy did. You're heavily protected. We have new love. We have the love of a lifetime here. That's like, don't forget about that. That's just kind of off in the wings here. Oh my gosh. Love of a lifetime. I look at the bottom of the deck. Magician. This is the creator. This is you. You're the creative creator, Pisces. This is you having everything within you to create the life of your dreams. To literally change your reality. Like I said, what others have to work hard for, you don't have to work as hard. You just think it and it's done. Right? So with this Ace of Wands in reverse, anxiety, delay. Ooh, delay, because look what we have underneath. Look what we have underneath. King of Cups. So there's a delay to that love of a lifetime. It's being delayed while you discover your power. Because I feel like this authority, position of authority, you don't realize how strong you are. You're about to, when you go through this hell, you're about to realize your strength, not because you want to, but because you have to, because this person's being a little butthead and they're creating as many problems as possible for you. Because they don't want this for you. Ace of Swords, this is like a new beginning built on truth. Nothing hidden. There's no lies, there's no secrecy, there's no shadows. Let me see that earlier? Yeah, secrets and shadows with your person. None of that bullshit. This is totally opposite of everything you've ever experienced. Wow. Yeah, honesty, clarity, new opportunities with the King of Cups. King of Cups is someone who's warm, kind, reliable, compassionate, so nurturing, so loving. They give good advice. They're creative. They're funny. They're reliable. They're tolerant. They're wise. I love it. He kind of looks like a surfer dude. But King of Cups is always depicted with wild ocean waves behind them, because the water represents emotions and they can handle it. He's like, I got you, babe. I got you, girl. Give me your cup. Give me your emotions. Give me your heart. I can handle it. I can hold it for you. No big deal. Show me you're crazy. And they hold it unwaveringly, unflinchingly. Just chill as a cucumber with so much love for you. Even look at his little smirk, his little half grin. Like, he has so much love for you. I love this. Okay, one more card and we're done. We have the outcome, which is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest moving card in the deck. This is the knight that moves at a snail's pace. But this is the knight who gets the victory. This is slow and steady, wins the race. Like, look at this guy. He's just not even concerned about that chimney. He's got to go clean. I'll get to it when I get to it. He already knows it's done. It's already cleaned in his mind because he knows he's going to clean it. But it's like there's no rush. So this is going to be a long process. I wish I would have got more answers on December, but this is what we got for December, this controller, rigid, unbending, exhaustion. I think this might be the peak of it. December is when this is really going to blow up. It might have something to do with the holidays and family and them wanting their way. But this is just going to be a long journey for you. It's a long, slow process. Let's find out. What is the Knight of Pentacles doing here in the outcome for my Pisces? Incompletion. Yeah, this is going to take a while to complete. And I know you don't want to hear that. What else for this Knight of Pentacles in the outcome? There's going to be moments when you feel utterly alone throughout this process. But Spirit wants you to know you're not alone. See this bird, this stork? You just feel alone. And Four of Cups is like sadness, depression, loneliness. But you're not alone. You know why? Because you have you. See the reflection in the lake? When you feel alone, when you feel sad throughout this long, lengthy process, just replay this reading. Know that you're not alone. You always have yourself. And I know that sounds cheesy, but one more card. Death in reverse. What could be slowing this process down is your denial. Death in reverse is clinging to the past. And you got that card up here, remember, asking you to release the past. So if you are not willing to let things go and let things die, then you're just prolonging the pain of the journey, right? Like, it's going to take that much longer to get to this point, to this new beginning. So the sooner you can just accept things for what they are and face the pain, face the loneliness. I mean, you've already been going it alone. Going it alone, heavy burdens. You've already been going it alone so long. Why prolong it even longer? This is fear of new beginnings, dependency. So your dependency on this person that you should be separating from, divorcing from, you need to make a clean break. Don't look to them, trust them, or rely on them for anything. If you do, that's what's going, this is telling me that's the root cause at the incompletion. The incompletion, the slow going energy. I mean, this is done. It's already going to happen. This breakdown, this divorce. It's just how long do you want it to take? And that's up to you. How long do you want to feel the pain of this? Because you have a beautiful new beginning. Just waiting in the wings, full of love, full of truth. So much love. Clarity. No second guessing, no feeling crazy, no questioning yourself. Stepping into your power, understanding that you are the ultimate creator of your life. So I would say you've got a long road ahead of you, a lot of hard work ahead, major challenges to overcome, but don't forget your power, don't forget who you are, because this doesn't have to take that long. I do think it's going to be a lengthy process, but a big part of holding it up is you still depending on this person, thinking that they're someone they're not. The cards have shown us over and over and over who they are. And the sooner you embrace that, the sooner you get to step into this new reality, full of love, beauty, and truth. All right, Pisces, let's close out with a little affirmation. I know that was a heavy reading, but I feel like someone out there needed to hear it. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. Love for who? Love for you. Love for your fucking self. You've chosen love many times for other people. Now it's time to choose love for yourself because you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have a heart full and free. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Yeah, don't shrink yourself. Don't silence yourself. Stand in your full power. You are so fucking powerful and you are so protected. Whatever you want goes. All right. Pisces, I love you. I love you. I love you. Mwah. If you would like a reading like this, personalized just for you, this is about as long as I take on my readings, usually around 45 minutes. I have prices listed on Ko-fi.com or Etsy. Etsy is where I've previously been, and I have like 600 reviews there. So, but I'm trying to move my platform over to Ko-fi, and I have subscriptions and stuff there. But yeah, all right. If this meant anything to you, or if it helped you, or if it just gave you any moment of truth or aha or clarity, smash the like button or drop me a little heart in the comments so that I know that I'm reaching somebody. I love you. Mwah.